Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. It's time for a quick shout out to some of our friends. B&B Auto Sales, your muscle car connection in Brookings, South Dakota. Above the Notch Car Club, a car club for auto enthusiasts in northern New Hampshire. The New Hampshire Muscle Car Club, the largest muscle car club in all of New England. MGM Classic Cars in Addison, Illinois. Visit mgmclassiccars.com today. Beach Hill Automotive in Bethlehem, New Hampshire, specializing in the repair, service, and towing of muscle cars and classic cars. Absolute Auto Body and Collision Repair in St. Johnsbury, Vermont. And lastly, I am your independent AMSOIL dealer. Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. And last but not least, if you decide to advertise with the Muscle Car Podcast, this could be part of your advertising message. Well, good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. I have a robust lineup of muscle car entertainment on tap for you tonight. But before we get into all of that, I want to make sure that everything is working properly. So if you can see my face and hear my voice, I'm going to ask you to make a comment. Let me know where you're viewing this from and whether you are a first-time viewer or a regular viewer. Now, to our first-time viewers, we thank you so much for stopping by tonight to check us out. I hope you enjoy this and decide to join us here each and every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. This podcast simulcasts to 8 different places across Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you're viewing this, just circle back 1 week from tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll be here waiting for you. And also to our regular viewers, you are the guys who make this possible. You come back here week after week after week. We thank you so very, very much for that. You guys are the glue, as they say, and we thank you so much for that. We've got a comment that's come in. Let's take a look. Our good friend and regular viewer, Stacy and Art Fosler, say it sounds good from Platkill, New York, and we thank you guys so much for coming on. Now, to Art Fosler, I know you were trying to send me some video footage a little while back. I haven't had a chance to circle back to you on that. Let's try to email in the next day or so and see how that's going. We'd love to see that footage that you were talking about. But let's bring our friends on here. Turn all the microphones on. Gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Hey.
Doing all right, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Cool. Nice to
As
see
Rob
everybody.
said, thumbs up.
Yes.
There we go.
Absolutely. Cool deal. Well, yeah. Before we get started, anyone have anything to say as far as what they've been doing that's car related over the last week? Any opening comments anyone has?
No, just been enjoying the last few months or last few weeks, more like, of car driving season before everything gets put away.
For sure.
Yeah. You at least got one more good week, that's for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. And the foliage is bright orange here, so it's making for some scenic driving.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So let's take a look at item number 1. Last week, I have to apologize to all of the viewers and especially to Derick Rabida. He had some footage that he'd sent us from the Bentley's cruise night in Arundel, Maine, and I had to cut it short in the middle of it. I'm in an upstairs bedroom. My elderly parents were downstairs, and my father started choking. And of course, my mother was screaming, and it's like I had to get the video short and just end the podcast, go downstairs, and try to help with that. Thankfully, everyone's fine, but it was a dramatic few minutes there, and so yeah, I apologize to everyone who was viewing and wondering why I had to cut the podcast short. So what we're going to do is a do-over. Let me pop this back on the screen. We're going to look at item number 1, Derick Rabida's footage from Bentley's cruise night in Arundel, Maine. This is part 3. And let me get that queued up. And we're going to run this in its entirety here instead of cutting it short like we had to last week. Let's take a look.
So this right here is the world's fastest lobster boat.
So right over here we have a 53 Chevy, and I don't know if this would be considered the Nomad. I'll say wagon for now, I'll call it a Nomad, but I would love to learn a little bit more on that. So if you guys know, let me know. But a lot of detail in this, and I love the paint. You can see a subtle green flake in the paint by the flames. I mean, this thing is cool, and I love this. On a lot of the other Nomads, they're very flat, and this has a lot of contour, especially with the rear quarters. Oh, there's some beautiful pinstripe work done. I mean, look at that. You can see me in the paint. It is so clean. So this truck is perfect. It's a little Model A Ford pickup. And just all the work that's been done to it. It's super clean, very proportional, a perfect chop. You can check out the little stick coming all the way up to almost the roof line. Such a sweet ride. And right over here is our friend Brendan's 1995 Toyota MR2. He just had this full car, fully detailed, ceramic coated, and it is perfect. It's hard to look at in the sun, it's so shiny. This car is right-hand drive, mid-engine, right from the factory. This car is straight imported from Japan, and it is a twin cam turbo car. This thing is so cool. Right over here is our friend John's C10. This is LS swap supercharged. This truck is awesome. And right here is a closer look at John's C10. And right there, 661 foot-pound of torque, 688 horsepower at 10.5 pounds of boost. So right over here is a 1986 Ford Ranger. This thing is a huge throwback to the 90s, early 90s, late 80s, essentially on 35s. Oh, I love those wheels. There's a lot to really love about this little truck. The hood props are kind of cool there. Looks like it is still the stock engine, but I love the graphics. I mean, that's such a throwback. Here's your interior here. Little tachometer on the wheel. Got the, I'll say KC lights, essentially. Most of them were tinted taillight covers. I actually thought the taillights were tinted, and I just realized they're covers. I mean, this is awesome. Extremely clean underneath. It's an awesome little truck. Little monster mini truck right here. This is a 1962 Ford pickup. This is powered by a 429. Beautiful in there. This is a beautiful colored truck, but one thing I wanted to point out, if you haven't already noticed, is this truck is a unibody. Ford made these trucks as unibodies for about 2 to 3 years. And it's cool to see. They didn't last very long because your bed didn't really have any way of flexing. You filled it up with anything really when you're hauling, or so, you know, it didn't really work out for them. But this truck as it sits is really cool. I mean, there's a lot of time put into it. I love the dual exit right out of the roll pan as well. Yo, check out that dude's wagon. That is so cool. This is cool. It's a 55 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Oh, that's gorgeous. Check out all the custom work that's been done. That's sweet. I noticed the speaker covers on the rear here. This is another old school traditional customs kind of thing. Wow, that patina is beautiful. The louver hood. This thing just keeps getting cooler the more I keep walking around. Kind of a small fun fact too, if you didn't know. Sorry to give away your secrets. That is a button. You press that, it folds, and you can get to your gas cap. But man, wow, I love the way this sits and everything. Must have been some sort of French antenna there at one point. Just wanted to show you guys these two Cadillacs as well. This one is a 63 Coupe de Ville. I love this, very classy. Even this one's really cool on the wire wheels. It's a 69 de Ville. Check out the interior on this. All the designs in the seats. So this is cool. This is a 1935 Plymouth. They call their race rod. And this is powered by a 454. This is all to spec race car, especially I think it's a mainly dirt track. Got your suicide doors. It's pretty sweet. A lot of time's been put into this car. So we have two different custom cars here that are pretty cool to show off. So right here it's a Ford Galaxy 500 with a 5.0 and full Thunderbird interior. And then right next to it is a custom 50s Buick with some 59 Cadillac taillights integrated into the rear here. The pinstriping. Oh, I love the color on this, the purple. Beautiful center console. I mean, this thing is just cool, the vents in the side of the fender. Even that hood, I mean, the time that was put into this car is unreal.
Yeah, so thank you so much to Derick Rabida for that awesome footage. Can you turn that light back on, please? Thank you. Yeah, Thoughts on that, guys? Anything jump out at
How
you?
did they get license plates on Jimmy Johnson's car? Like, what mechanic certified that?
Good question.
You got to know the right people at the DMV.
Yes,
Yep.
for sure.
And he just has. They have such a good car culture there. He's up in Maine, right?
Yes.
I wish we had meets like that here. It's just not. It's not quite the same. There's such high dollar builds. Everything there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like
Virgil?
that 63 Cadillac there.
That was
Very,
cool.
very nice.
Yes.
Oh,
Can anyone confirm whether or not that was a Nomad?
I can't confirm. I thought the Nomad had the wrinkles on the top of the hood on the roof.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then the not louvers, but they had like the little raises in the top and on the back there.
Yeah, little
And I thought
indentations.
they had glass all the way around.
Yeah, that could be, because I know it was kind of in the ballpark, but I don't know enough about that era to confirm or deny whether or not that's a Nomad.
Yeah, panel van of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I worked for the Ford dealership, one of my bosses had one, and his, like I say, his had the glass all the way around and the bumps on the roof.
Sure.
Bumps on the roof, and then the bumps on the tailgate there, and he had a 57, I think it was.
Yeah. Nice. And Rob, anything jump out at you in that video? Or
Oh, that's quite a selection of vehicles. That was that type of show.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Very
I
good
like
selection.
the last two with the purple. That was quite a paint job.
Yeah.
Nice
For
interior too.
Yeah. And the good news is too, we've got at least two more installments from that car show. And I have to encourage people too, if you like what you saw just now, Derick Rabida has, it's called the Japanese mini truck YouTube channel. There are links to it in the description. He does an excellent job. By all means, go by there, check that out. There's a whole lot more waiting for you. He goes to a lot of different car shows. And I guess the last thing I wanted to say about this car show, one of those vehicles had a stick shift, and the boot that kind of goes at the base of the stick shift was a Crown Royal bag.
Oh,
I was impressed with that.
I like seeing that in the old hot rods. A lot of the Japanese guys do that in their cars. A lot of Hondas have that. It's always a cool feature.
For sure. Conversation starter for sure.
Exactly.
Cool deal. So let's take a look at the menu here. We're on item number 2, and it is the AMSOIL portion of the evening, and that means that Rob is. Let me move this graphic here. Rob is going to tell us about the AMSOIL special of the week. So let's put that up full screen here, and yeah, please tell us about that,
Every
Rob.
couple of weeks, AMSOIL has a special. In the summertime, we had coolie cups, we had the Who rags, we had the shop rags, and this time they're giving a bottle opener. Anybody orders $45 worth of AMSOIL, you get a bottle opener. But if you're going to order, you might as well become a preferred customer. For $10, you get the deepest discount available. You order $100 worth, you get free shipping. They give you a $5 gift card at your birthday, $5 when you renew, and you get the best possible discount. And if you get $45 worth, you're going to get that free opener with your next order.
Yeah, that's a great deal. That's a lot of value. And then while we're talking about AMSOIL, considering that every day takes us one step closer to winter, let's talk about this for a moment. If you feel like talking about that, Rob.
Sure. AMSOIL, most antifreeze you got to change every 2 years. AMSOIL is good for 8 years, 500,000 miles. In Canada, we have kilometers, but it's 500,000 miles. And it makes the rad and everything last longer. You don't have to flush your heating system out and stuff like that. And we also have a coolant boost that was designed for vehicles at the track, because they're not allowed to use antifreeze at the track when the stock car's getting in an accident. So they came out with a coolant boost. But I love the coolant boost on my own personal vehicle, because in the wintertime, my warm-up time is half. And in the summertime, it drops the rad temperature by over 10 degrees. So it's an all-purpose vehicle.
That's impressive. Very, very cool. So if you're curious about AMSOIL, there are links in the description. Just click the link, and you can go in there and make an order. I have to give full disclosure. I am signed up under Rob as an AMSOIL dealer. So if you make an order through me, Rob and I both benefit, and the commissions that I make go toward offsetting the cost of doing this podcast. And I thank you in advance for doing that, and we thank the people who've been placing orders. It really means a lot, and it helps a lot to keep this podcast going. So we've got a comment that's come in. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I think we're talking about that question about the possible Nomad. Stacy and Art Fosler are saying it might be a delivery sedan. So that's consistent, I think, with what you guys are saying as well. Cool deal. Cool deal. So if anyone else is viewing, and you have some thoughts about that vehicle, we'd love to know whether or not that was a Nomad or a delivery, any kind of a livery vehicle. You know, we'd love to hear what you think about that.
Yeah. Also, too, I think Nomads had a back seat.
Oh, they did. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, cool. So we are on item number 3. We're going to take a look at a 1970 Buick Skylark, and this car is for sale by our friends at MGM Classic Cars. Let me get that queued up here, and here it comes. It's taking a moment to load. I apologize. It's coming though. Stand back, everyone.
No.
Exactly. It said it's not loading, so I built up the anticipation. We'll try it one more time here. See if it.
Buddy Earl here, coming to you from MGM Classic Cars in Addison, Illinois. MGMClassicCars.com. Desert Gold 1970 Skylark. Look at that. Beautiful lines. Buick Rally wheels. Dressed up like a GS. Love these styles of this car.
Oh, that's pretty.
455. Nicely built. Look at that. Aluminum radiator. Clean underneath in here. Powered by 455, like I said, you've got a 350 trans, power steering, 4-wheel drum brakes. Lines up great on the hood. Front bumper, good shape all the way throughout. Nice badge up there, I like that. Love the nostrils. Fender's in good shape. Tried quality paint. It was not great, but it's fine. This door gap's off a little bit off to the fender. On the bottom's fine. Quarter panel to the door is good. Underneath is fine. You got a couple little spots. It's gonna need paint or just leave it and drive it. It's a real good quality car for the money. I see a couple little things in the paint already, but it's nice. Look at the lines on this thing. Great car for under 25 grand. And it scoots. I just got done driving it. And it drives good. Brakes well. Everything's working the way it should. All your lights, all your gauges, your signals. Trunk's clean. Weather strippings are good. They're not great, but they're fine. Don't need to replace them. Solid trunk. It was always a gold car. The hood was put on later, but I looked through the car. It was always gold. Take a look underneath. Tires are fair, but it drives great, handles wonderful, great looking car. So you gotta just do a few things, but that's what it is. That's part of it. Look how nice it is. Come on. All right, let me get close on this one. Quarter panels, no damage, but like I said, it needs paint down the road. You've got this here. I'll step off, and it goes on the bottom valance all the way there. So you can do under the line, or just when you do it, just do some good prep work and stuff. You'll be fine. It lines up well to the quarter and on the bottom. And door to this fender's not bad. A little tiny off here. I'm a gap guy, so I see it. You know, but it's great running, great driving car. Okay, you're not going to win any trophies. You won't be embarrassed. Because you'll enjoy driving it. Take a look at the interior. All your seatbelts intact. Carpet's good. Got a couple dash cracks, I see, but nothing major. Inside here is good. That's fine. Yep, it's the original gold car with the welds and stuff. Weather stripping's good. All your glass around the car is good as well. It's tinted. I have a few pictures online of that. Clean inside. That weather stripping's getting a little... it's not bad, but whatever. Another good one. Original door seals. Nice. Yeah, this car's a great cruiser. Upgraded sound system inside. I saw a couple 6x9s in the back shelf. gauges. Showing 39,265 miles. Fires right up. At one point it was an air-conditioned car, not anymore. Nice set of headers on there, good exhaust. Sexy.
Check out that Skylark over here.
Nice car, nice starter car, nice driver. If you're looking to do some financing with us and you're anywhere from a 640 to a 739 score, go directly to our website, mgmclassiccars.com. That's mgmclassiccars.com. Find the car, hit apply now, 10% down. We'll go up to 84 months. If you're a 740 and above credit score, please go directly to lightstream.com. It's lightstream.com. Fill out the app, usually approval within 24 hours. Sometimes no money down, up to 84 months financing. We've got over 100 vehicles in stock ready for immediate delivery. All my descriptions, pricing, photos, and videos are online. Please go check them out. We ship all over the United States, enclosed and open. Please text me or call me if you have if you need quotes on shipping, as well as any of the information on our cars. 773-600-0919. Again, that's 773-600-0919. We are located in Addison, Illinois, just 20 minutes southwest of O'Hare Airport. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. Saturday from 10 to 2, by appointment only. Text me at 773-600-0919. I'll get you in, or call me, answer any and all your questions. If you like our videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Thanks for spending a few minutes and enjoying this 1970 Skylark 455. Bye.
Yeah, so thank you so much to our friends at MGM Classic Cars for a look at that amazing Skylark with a 455, no less. What do you guys think of that?
Nice daily driver.
Yeah.
Not going to pass up a gas station, though.
No. Yeah,
what's good selling motor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they do such a good job too with their videos and I've been on their website a bunch, and they that's the way. If you want to buy a car sight unseen, that's the person you want to buy it from. Shows you every defect, shows you all the good stuff on it. They do a really good job.
Yeah, totally agree.
They really do. I'm on their website at least once a week just to see if they got anything new, and they do a real good job over there. And I love it, like you said, Jake, especially when they start up the car and just let you and do the walk around. It's just amazing. They have an amazing place over there.
Yeah, it's what you would do if you were there.
There's no surprises when you buy a car because he shows you everything.
Yeah. And like you said, for that
one of these days, Mike's going to get us invited into their warehouse.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Oh yeah,
make that flight.
We'll get on a bus and we'll go on a road trip.
No problem.
Sure.
I'm in there.
We'll
as long as my wheelchair fits, I'm in there.
There we go. Nice. Now we've got some comments that have come in. Our good friend Chris Crandall over at Firebird Nation says, "Cool." He's liking that Buick, I imagine. He says he used to have a +65 hardtop 310 Wildcat with a 2-speed power glide. Very cool.
Oh,
solid car.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah. Then he says he has a 455 Stage 2 Buick in his '80 Trans Am SE.
Oh, all right.
Now Paul Tiemann is weighing in on the Nomad question. He says the Nomad had no post on the doors and was the only model in the Bel Air series that did not. He's got another comment here. Also had more trim style that was noticeable on the back end. So it sounds like it's pretty clear this was not a Nomad, but something kind of similar in the ballpark. But great way to get a conversation started with you guys and with the viewers.
Yeah. And shout out to Paul Tiemann. He's a good friend of mine. He's the only person crazy enough to fly halfway across the country and drive my Viper home with me in one day when I bought it.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, cool. Any final comments on the Buick before we move forward? Or
solid car.
Yeah, nice interior too. The way the contrast there with that gold and the brown.
Yeah, that was a nice color scheme. I agree.
Very period correct.
Well, cool. We're going to do some quick shout outs and we'll catch you guys on the other side in 1 minute. It's time for a quick shout out to some of our friends. B&B Auto Sales, your muscle car connection in Brookings, South Dakota. Above the Notch Car Club, a car club for auto enthusiasts in northern New Hampshire. The New Hampshire Muscle Car Club, the largest muscle car club in all of New England. MGM Classic Cars in Addison, Illinois. Visit mgmclassiccars.com today. Beach Hill Automotive in Bethlehem, New Hampshire, specializing in the repair, service, and towing of muscle cars and classic cars. Absolute Auto Body and Collision Repair in St. Johnsbury, Vermont. And lastly, I am your independent AMSOIL dealer. Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. And last but not least, if you decide to advertise with the Muscle Car Podcast, this could be part of your advertising message. Cool. So we are back, and let's pull up the menu one more time. We are on item number 4. Now, in August, Virgil and I went to the Waterbury, Vermont car show and got some footage. We went around and interviewed some people and had an amazing time. So let's take a look at some more of that footage. We viewed a few installments here over the past week, but let's take a look here at another installment.
Recycled truck.
So Clement Despalt owns this. From Waterbury, it's an 80, that can't be, 87?
Well,
The Chevrolet says 87, but that can't be.
yeah.
Must be 57?
Yep.
It's 87 cab, 60 back, 57 Cadillac tail lights, Z28 seats, dashboards out of the truck, and then actually out of the layer, and the rest is work.
Now, did you sneak all the parts out in a lunchbox like Johnny Cash?
No, actually, I cut the tree down to get the back out.
Nice.
That's true too.
Is that why?
Check out that.
Is that why you
nice
parked next to him?
I see you got some kind of wing thing on the bed there. I want to get a closer look at that. Is that on this side too? Oh, look at that. That is crazy. Look at that bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was in the parade
That
yesterday.
is awesome. You got racing seats in there.
Truck boys.
No, those are out of a Z28.
Z28, yeah. Very impressive.
The gauges out of the layer.
Yeah,
Yeah, all molded.
I like that gauge cluster. This is amazing, dude. This is a little bit of everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Mine's
And if
57.
there's something missing by next year, it'll be on it.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it made me think of that Johnny Cash song.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Yeah.
The good thing about it, you get a scratch on it, you reach behind the seat, grab Crayola, and just paint it.
Nice. That's cool. Kind of
Side
like a rat rod a
pipes.
little bit.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. It's much more forgiving that way, you know?
Yep. It'll go 100 down the interstate and you never even know it. Yeah. Yep.
Truck rides.
That is very cool. Oh, let me give you a DVD. We do a podcast, Muscle Car Podcast, every Wednesday night.
Oh, okay, cool.
And anytime you have projects like this, we're always looking for footage, you know?
Oh,
Take
okay.
your cell phone and walk around and talk it
Well,
up.
this one, I will do it because I got a 327 with air horn, everything underneath the hood.
Yeah.
But it takes away opening the hood because they don't understand really. So, and the motor's all decked out, but I either got to show the hood or the motor.
Sure.
So my whole hood is going to be hydraulic coming up with
yeah.
everything next
So
year.
that's your project. Yeah.
That'll be my project next year, hydraulic.
Yeah, if you're able to get images and videos of that
Yeah.
project, you know, in progress and the finished thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
So we got some more to do. It's in progress. but
Sweet.
It'll be different next year.
Yeah, that's cool. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
Keep us posted on that. And if you are taking video, make sure to hold the camera horizontal like this for a wide shot.
Okay.
Because it's real hard to edit vertical footage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay in touch. All my contact
I
info's
will.
on
It's going to be a
there.
little different. I already bought some stuff today for it.
Sweet.
You know,
So you got plans?
Stupid here, stupid there. You know what I mean? But it's
cool.
you know, instead of drinking now, I work on this.
Yeah, it's much healthier.
You know, I get along with the wife. Yeah, my father goes to me, he goes, "Oh, I love that Jaguar. Where'd you get it?" I said, "Out here, toolbox."
Let's go circle around with that Jaguar. That's amazing.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you, man. Yeah, stay in touch.
I will.
That Jaguar's too much. I love it.
Good morning again, everybody.
Very cool. Yeah, thanks for your time. It's good to meet you.
I would like to see the gentleman who was wearing the flag during the Ralph
Cab
Cover
over
races.
chassis.
They have to claim you. They have something for you, and you should get
International
back there.
Harvester,
I think
yeah.
You have
That's
a real
sweet.
good, nice surprise.
But
because
that does
you did
well
a real
off-road.
nice job.
Yes.
I want to get
So have a good
set up
day,
for quarter
everybody.
shot. There we go. How's that? Is that looking all right?
Yes, sir.
Middle of the 90s, Jimmy.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great day, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of cool stuff out there. Yeah, you like you say, we met Jake out there.
Yes.
And just to see a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's funny because you and I were looking at that thing, puzzling, scratching our heads like, what the heck is this thing? Because it said 87, and I'm looking at the front end of that. There's no way that's an 87. You know, but he came over and explained it all to us and gave us the tour. It was really cool what he's done with that.
There was one piece on it that was an 87, eh?
Yeah. Well, I think the foundation of it was an 87, like the cab of the truck and everything, and then he just put all this other stuff on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
Really
we were.
creative.
I was parked right next to that truck at the show, and that's just my style. Nothing is sacred. Chop whatever you want, make it your own, make it unique, and who cares what people say? And that was awesome.
Yeah,
he was a
for sure.
cool guy.
There are no rules.
Exactly.
Because once
Mixed
you get into
brands all
that
you want.
mindset, once you get into that mindset, anything's possible.
Doesn't even have to be car parts as long as it looks cool on the car.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you could fashion something out of a half of a 55-gallon drum or something and put that somewhere, big fender flares out of it or something, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool deal. Well, any other comments on this before we move forward? Or
Yeah.
cool deal. Well, let's take a look at what's next here. We are on item number 5, and our very own Jake Dwinnel was on a road trip last week with his 1993 Dodge Viper and his friend's 2008 Mustang GT. And let's pull that up here and roll that beautiful bean footage. Here we go.
Last week, my good friend Mike Stock and I decided to do a muscle car road trip. We did a 400-mile lap of the lake. We started all the way in South Burlington, Vermont, went down to the Saratoga Automobile Museum in Saratoga, New York, and ended up coming back via Plattsburgh across the ferry. Here we've got our two cars. This is my 1993 Dodge Viper. I did the whole drive with no roof, no windows, and I ended up covering the passenger seat. This is Mike's 2018 Mustang GT. This is his pride and joy. He keeps it in immaculate condition, and it's the cleanest Mustang I've ever seen. Here we are pulling up to our first stop. This is the ferry to cross over to Ticonderoga. This was our first of 2 ferry stops. This was the southern one, crossing over from Shoreham, Vermont to Ticonderoga, New York. This was a really cool ferry that I've never actually been on before. Holds about 10 cars total, but we had the whole thing to ourselves. It's a small 2-man operation with one little barge and a tugboat that pulls it along a set of cables. Really nice people that ran it and a lot of history behind this place. If you have the chance, I highly recommend it. It's worth the detour as opposed to going over the Crown Point Bridge. As most car guys know, ramps like this can be a bit scary when it comes to clearance issues. Luckily, he was watching me the whole time and informed me he had some wood to make ramps if we did have any problems. Luckily, the Viper made it over without scraping, and we were able to start our New York side of the trip. Mike and I always try to do a drive like this during peak foliage season. If you haven't driven through the Adirondacks before, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of really twisty and turny roads, really good pavement, and great scenery. As we made our way to the Automobile Museum, we were greeted by this 1958 Cadillac convertible out front. Amazing car, really cool to see. Can't wait to see what's inside. We made sure to come while the museum had their Radwood exhibit open. Radwood is a celebration of 80s and 90s cars like this Plymouth Prowler here, which is a 90s icon designed by Chrysler to look like a 1930s hot rod. A lot of vintage race cars like this Lotus Esprit here. This one is a twin turbo V8. It was always a dream vintage supercar of mine, and to see it with green over yellow is a pretty weird combination, but I think it really works. Getting to see some dream exotic and supercars from the 90s was a huge thing for me, like this Bugatti EB110, which is a really cool car with a lot of history, and all of them had the badge that wasn't centered, which is really funny. If you look right there, you can see they had a problem with the molds, and it's offset just a little bit, but this is a car that's been on my bucket list to see. Maybe one day I'll actually get to drive one. I love the range that they had here. As you can see, this is a 1987 Testarossa, which is one of Mike's favorite cars. He was really happy to see it. Paired with a car I hold very near and dear to my heart, one that I just got done driving for 4 hours. This is a 1995 Dodge Viper. The collection here was so cool to see. They had such a wide range, some Japanese cars, American cars, Italian, British. If you had something you loved in the 90s, they had it here. Moving upstairs, you got to see such a wide variety in their race exhibit. Everything from stock cars to Indy cars, Le Mans cars. They had a really wide range, and it was really cool to see all the different aspects of motorsport. One of my favorite race cars here was this 1979 McLaren M24B. This is an Indy car with a Ford V8 Cosworth engine. This car won a lot of races in 1977, 78, and 79 before McLaren eventually pulled out of Indy racing in 1979. Cool piece of history preserved right here in New York.
Ooh, excuse me.
Well, we could have spent all day here. We did have a long drive home. I did want to show this car with a really cool story. This is a 1912 Ford Model T that was recently found. Weird thing is it has a 1914 body on it. The museum doesn't know the history. It was over 100 years ago, but they speculate someone back in 1912 bought a two-door Roadster, realized a couple years down the road they had some kids, they needed a family car, and just went to a coach builder and had them put a different body on it. Really cool, something you can't do at all anymore. It's a cool piece of history. While some people leave their cool cars locked up in the garage, we find the best way to use a car is exactly what it's intended to. Long drives, high speed, curvy roads. If you have a cool car that's just sitting in your garage, my one suggestion would be get out and drive it. Worst case scenario, you're going to get a small rock chip, put some miles on the odometer. You're going to make some amazing memories and see some really cool stuff. That's exactly what we had the chance to do here today. Or anyone you know is looking for a Mustang, any other cool Ford product, or anything in general, really, let me know here. I work at Heritage Ford in South Burlington, Vermont. I get you Mustangs, Broncos, Super Duties to haul your race car, whatever you need. My direct line is 802-865-8101.
Very cool. Did a great job with that video, Jake. Seriously.
Good video, Jake.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a lot of highway time where we were able to play around with the camera angles.
How many cameras did you have?
I had my phone and I had one GoPro. That was just, we'd drive, an hour. I'd swap it from the side of the wheel to right on top of the roll bar above me, switch it to the windshield, and just play around with it.
Is it magnetic?
Seemed like you had more cameras than that.
No, I was able to play around with it and give that illusion to it. But it was cold. I woke up, it was 40 degrees that day, so I'm sure as you saw, I had a big coat and my hat on, and I had goggles at one point. It was it warmed up though.
Yeah, I was loving that bomber hat. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good sight to see going down the road.
And I see McLaren's coming back to IndyCar this year.
Really? I did not know that. Yeah. Interesting. That'll be a good show.
Cars for next year.
Huh. Wow. That'll be cool. But yeah, if you have the chance, if you're in upstate New York, it was a really cool museum, and they cycle through their exhibits once or twice a year. So they had a Porsche one last year, and this year was the 80s and 90s.
Nice. So always a good variety over there.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Looked like they had like a Jeep Cherokee in there. Was that in there?
So that was a Mitsubishi Pajero, which was sold. It was sold in the U.S. It was forget what it was called. I think it was the Montego. Someone in the comments might be able to help us out on that. But it was just basically the Jeep Cherokee of Japan. Very, very rugged, very industrial. Okay. That one was shipped over. It was right-hand drive.
Okay, I was like, oh man, what was that? I was like, oh, two-door Jeep.
Yeah, that's cool. It was really chunky and very, well modified for the time period. Montero, yeah, I just saw it in the comments there. The Mitsubishi Montero.
Yeah, and then we've got Chris Crandall at Firebird Nation says definitely a panel sedan delivery. He said no man had full windows and rear seating, so we do have confirmation. He says sweet first generation Firebird, looked like a past truck. And you're right, Jared Leduc was in here saying the Montero. Cool deal. Well, cool. Any other comments on this before we move forward? Or?
Nope.
Cool. Well, let's take a look here. We are on item number 6. We're going to take a look at a 1967 Chevy Chevelle SS, and this is for sale by our friends out in South Dakota, B&B Auto Sales. Let me cue that up here, and we'll take a look at that Chevelle right here.
Hi, this is Derick from B&B Auto Sales, and today I'm going to show you a beautiful Chevelle SS. Originally a 396 car, has been transplanted with a 427 that's built rather nicely. So you can see the factory hood. It's got pretty much the factory blue, except for they used a variant, so there's a little more metallic in it. There's your custom wheels. It's just a really nice car, not many flaws to show you on the body anywhere. Top's nice. Interior, like I said, I don't know if I see any issues on the interior. Headliner looks good. Dash is good. Got an aftermarket steering wheel, does got tilt wheel. They added a tack. There's your console, 4-speed shifter. Clock doesn't work on it, but just a really nice car. This car you could show if you want. There's really not any flaws there. If you look at the shine of my, see my legs, just got a great shine to the paint. They used SS 427 badging on it. So like I say, just a beautiful car. No issue. Start up our 67 Chevelle SS with 427. Let you hear it. Running just under 1,000 RPMs. Radio can't be anything too tough. So I think the indicators aren't working. We'll double check the blinkers because I know they work, or I thought they worked. You can see the oil gauge is working. Temp gauge hasn't come up yet. A little over half tank for fuel. Horn works on an aftermarket steering wheel. That's pretty good. So there's your wipers. There's our check over sheet. Yeah, radio. So the radio is what I need to get going. So I will, like I said, I think it just doesn't have power, so that won't be a big deal at all. But they got L-Rock high rise on it, aluminum heads, L-Rock. No power steering, no power brakes. MSD ignition. See your headlights. There's your exhaust. Got a nice sound to it. Not even touching the steering wheel right now. You know, some people, I'm not a big fan of these aftermarket steering wheels, but on some of these old cars, you got a little more room in between the seat and the steering wheel when you go with a smaller steering wheel. This one you can see has tilt, so that does help. Nice car to drive. Just goes down the road. We're going 2,500 RPMs, 60 miles an hour. So good lucker and a good cruiser. You can see that shine on that hood. So it's good quality paint job. Shift's nice tight shift. I'll show you the brakes when I get up there. Without power steering, and the little steering wheel turns nice and steers nice. So just got hand no drum brakes on this. So all they ordered in this Chevelle SS was 4.6. That's it. So they didn't want any extra stuff, and now that's been replaced with a 427. Brakes work good for manual brakes. Also, they did replace the 12 bolt with a 10 bolt, so more of a cruiser car now to drag. You're looking for a kind of unique car because it's a real 138 SS car, but it's been transplanted with a little more motor with a 427 in it. This is for you. So give me a call, 605-695-7391.
Yeah, and we are back. Thank you so much to Derick at B&B Auto Sales for that awesome footage. What did you guys think of that Chevelle?
Those original steering wheels were awful big. Somebody my size now wouldn't fit in the original ones.
Sure.
That's why they changed them.
Yeah, a little more room.
Yeah.
Easier to get in and out of too, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, especially with the tilt on that.
Yes.
Yeah, nice vinyl top there. You don't see. Well, of course, cars nowadays no vinyl tops.
Yeah, it's a thing of the past, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great looking car.
Sure.
Yeah, good driver.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be fun on a road trip like you just did over the weekend, Jake.
Yeah, that would be fun. Just, very solid car, not too hopped up, too impossible to drive, and just, take it out and hit some roads.
Yeah, have a really good time doing that, for sure.
And that was your kind of car, Jake. It was a stick.
I know, It's got to be. It's got to be.
A stick, like you say, like your Viper, a stick, all those amenities, not all there.
Nothing else, just engine, and you got your right foot traction control. That's it,
Yeah. Not even power steering or power brake.
No, that's hardcore.
An authentic driving experience.
Exactly.
Well, we've got some comments that have come in. Chris at Firebird Nation says, "Oh, got a crank." He adds, and block 427 from a 66 Vet and a car trailer. Ooh. Oh, he's got that. Okay, Chris has that.
Send that over my way.
Yeah, for sure. We'd love to see some video on that, Chris. And by the way, I think Chris is coming on next week to join us. Chris Crandall, he's been on here several times, and I think he's going to be on here next week. So we're looking forward to that. And then Stacy and Art Fosler says the 427 is his favorite big block. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Well, any final thoughts on the Chevelle SS before we move forward? Or?
It was a great design car.
Yeah.
Whoever ends up buying it, send us a video of it. We'd love to see more.
Definitely.
See some burnouts.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, cool. We're going to do some quick shout outs, and we'll be back in about 1 minute. It's time for a quick shout out to some of our friends. B&B Auto Sales, your muscle car connection in Brookings, South Dakota. Above the Notch Car Club, a car club for auto enthusiasts in northern New Hampshire. The New Hampshire Muscle Car Club, the largest muscle car club in all of New England. MGM Classic Cars in Addison, Illinois. Visit mgmclassiccars.com today. Beach Hill Automotive in Bethlehem, New Hampshire, specializing in the repair, service, and towing of muscle cars and classic cars. Absolute Auto Body and Collision Repair in St. Johnsbury, Vermont. And lastly, I am your independent AMSOIL dealer. Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. And last but not least, if you decide to advertise with the Muscle Car Podcast, this could be part of your advertising message. Well, cool. So we are back, and before we continue, let's take a quick look here. We've got another comment that's come in. Chris at Firebird Nation says, contemplating building a 427 for a NASCAR street legal project. Yeah.
Would be a cool engine for that.
Yeah, get some video footage of that, Chris. We would love to see that project. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So we are on item number 7. Our friend Scott Brouillard from the Flippin Customized YouTube channel has some footage from a car show in Maine. It's called the Hot Rods and Heroes Car Show. Now, Scott is a good friend of ours, and we're trying to get him on the podcast, hoping to have him on here sometime in the next couple of weeks to hang out with us just like we're doing now. And he's got tons of video footage. So if you like what you're going to see, there's plenty more at his YouTube channel. There's a link in the description. So let me cue up that video, and let's take a look.
Morning, guys. Scott with Flippin Customized. Behind me, we got the shop truck, a little red SS, and me and Evan are on our way out to the Hot Rods and Heroes car show to benefit the veterans up in Westbrook, Maine. So come on out with us, check out this show. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Did we? Yeah. Just dropped another 10%.
This would have been a good show for Uncle Rob to go to.
It would have. It's not even that
Yeah,
far.
it's not even far from it.
20 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, so thank you so much to Scott at the Flippin Customized YouTube channel for making that footage available to us. What do you guys think?
There's some really cool cars there.
And a lot of rat rods.
Yes.
There was that one you'd have to be a worm to get into it.
Yeah.
I don't know how somebody would get into a thing.
Yeah,
there
it
was
was
one
tight.
car there with the wood on it. Maybe once a year I see a car like that at a show.
Yeah.
Those Woodies are cool. Yeah. There was a Hummer H1 in the background. You don't see a lot of those too. Those are cool.
Nope. And then I
Yeah.
seen a like that. What is that? Chrysler 300.
Yep.
Yes.
Don't see too many of those either. Or that Barracuda.
Oh, I saw that.
With that nice big glass on the back.
Yeah.
I think that was what, 67? Yeah. I think 67 was that year for that Barracuda. But yeah, don't see too many of those.
And I almost think that Chrysler 300 was from some footage that Derick had sent us from another show, from the Bentley's cruise night, where they had the 300. It was on a body of a Challenger Hellcat.
Oh.
I almost think that's the same car.
I thought the same thing because I had a video of that from when we went to that was at the Essex car show in Vermont too. But I don't know. I couldn't see under the hood enough if it was or not.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It very well could have. That car was from Maine. It very well could have been that car.
I say if so, that is a great transplant.
Yeah.
They did a good job with that.
Yeah, for sure. Any thoughts, Rob? Or?
I don't know, why would somebody cut up a Hellcat?
Well, they don't anymore, but
hey, well, it was probably wrecked.
Yeah,
that's possible. Maybe that's possible. Yeah. One of the rigs that I noticed, it was early in the video. It was burgundy colored. It looked like an El Camino, but I think it might have been the GMC version of it called the Caballero. I'm not certain though.
No.
Anybody want to weigh in on that? Whether it was a
I didn't get to see, but yeah, that GMC is like what, 85 Caballero.
Yeah.
One of my aunts had one of those. It was I like those.
Yeah. Very cool. Cool deal. So we've got some comments that have come in. Actually, we've got quite a few here. Let's take a look. Chris from Firebird Nation says he's going to shoot a short video for us in the morning. We can utilize it next week when he comes on the show. Outstanding. So we're giving the viewers a little tease here as to what we're going to be doing next week.
All right.
Now, Chris says he liked the Nova on that last clip. He says he also loves that dually rat rod that we were all talking about. What else? He likes the C4 Vert. Great Woody. Awesome Bronco. Likes that Yenko. Cool. And then also awesome first generation, the Bird. It must be talking about a Firebird. Reminds me of his 68. Very cool. And we thank Chris so much for weighing in with all these comments. That's wonderful.
Good car taste.
Yes. And I also have to give a shout out to our friend Scott Brouillard. He does the Flippin Customized YouTube channel. And if you like what you just saw there, his channel has tons and tons and tons of that. There's a link in the description. It's very much worth a trip to his YouTube channel if you like this sort of footage. But we're on to number 8 right now. We're going to take a look at a 2022 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. This car is for sale by our friend John Haining out in Oklahoma. And let me just cue up that video here.
Don't
if you like if you like candy apple, you're going to like this.
Ooh.
Here's my 2022 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. This thing has a 6.2 liter supercharged V8 engine under the hood, following it with 717 horsepower. It's got the bronze brass monkey wheels with the red SRT calipers. This one is pre-owned, has 4,200 miles on it. Not a ding or scratch. A little dirty from being rained on. I'll go ahead and jump inside, start it up for you. It's low on fuel, so the remote start's not working, but I will start this up for us. This SRT dashboard does have the brown Laguna leather seats with the SRT logo on them. I'll let you hear that. Can't get much better than that right there. This one has the Plus package. So this one has the Bose or the Alpine audio. Sorry. Has the heated and ventilated seats with the heated wheel. Here are your SRT modes. There's your launch button. $4,261 miles.
This video was created by Mike at the Muscle Car Show and Tell podcast. Join the podcast every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time at the WKS Muscle Car Show and Tell podcast Facebook page. Very cool. Yeah, thank you so much to John for that footage of that Challenger. What'd you guys think of that?
All good things got to come to an end.
Yes.
I don't know why they're going to eliminate making that.
Yeah, that's a risky move. As nice as that electric is. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll see if it pays off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful car.
Yeah, I do like those.
Can't go wrong with over 700 horsepower.
No, but look at it, just like my NFL team, look, 49er colors right there. So it will work perfect for me.
There you go.
What is that in the paddle shift?
Yep. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, we've got some more comments that have come in. So Chris at Firebird Nation says, my taste is amplified by my car chick. She loves them as much as I do. That means she's a keeper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. And she turns rents in the garage as well as buying a new toolbox. Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, she is very much a keeper. Outstanding. Well, cool. We have come to that time in the evening where it's time to wind down the program. Any final thoughts before we close things up?
Great show, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us on. Cool to see some great cars.
I say good to hang out with you guys.
As always.
Sure. This is a lot of fun. We really appreciate you guys coming on, and it goes by so quickly. And that means, to me, the old saying, "Time flies when you're having fun." Well, to me, there's our proof right there.
Exactly.
Cool. Oh, one more comment.
Any chance of a 2-hour show?
Oh, probably not. But Chris at Firebird Nation says he knows where you can buy a Hellcat for under 13 grand, running with less than 30,000 miles. Interesting.
Probably a lot of those coming out of Florida right now, unfortunately.
Water damage, yeah. And then our dear friend Donald Farnsworth is saying, great show. Cool deal. How you doing, Donald? Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. And with that, we're going to close out the program. As always, we give the last word to our good friends at AMSOIL. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on, and thank you also to the viewers. We really appreciate you stopping by to spend some time with us.
We'll see you tomorrow night again, Mike.
Yes, Vintage Snowmobile Podcast tomorrow night. Have a good one, guys.
Take it easy.
Hello, everyone. This is Rob and Mike. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good. Mike, yourself?
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Now, today, we're going to be talking about AMSOIL. And in a few moments, we're going to show you how you can get the deepest discounts, free shipping, and free gifts when you order your AMSOIL products through us. But first, I'm going to ask Rob to give you a quick description of what AMSOIL is and why you should consider using AMSOIL products in your motorized vehicles.
Thanks, Mike. AMSOIL is 100% synthetic oil. Everybody uses AMSOIL for a different reason. Some people like the benefits that AMSOIL is warranted for 25,000 miles or 1 year. The reason we can do that is because AMSOIL doesn't oxidize. It doesn't form the usual carbons, gums, sludges like petroleum oils do. That's why we can keep it in the engines longer. Petroleum oils never do wear out. They oxidize themselves. That's why they have to be changed at 3,000 kilometers. And AMSOIL likes the benefit that you only have to change the oil once a year. That saves some money. Some of the people like the benefit of AMSOIL is it's a slipperier type lube. By having a slipperier type lube, it cuts down friction and drag. By less friction and drag, engines run 20 to 50 degrees cooler, better gas mileage. Now, AMSOIL says 25% more protection than the industry requires is in the AMSOIL bottles. My average customer gets about 10% increase in gas mileage. That's a big savings.
Yeah.
And by cutting down friction and drag, for every 10 degrees you cut down the friction and drag, doubles the life of the engine. So by having the engine run cooler, it makes it last longer. Some people like the benefit of the range of the AMSOIL. AMSOIL's flash point is 425 degrees, and it pours at 50 below zero.
Wow.
If you ever try petroleum oil when it's 10 below, it turns to honey. And in the summertime, petroleum oil thins out. And once it thins out, that's when it starts breaking down. So Amsol's an all-season oil, can give you better gas mileage, longer engine life, less maintenance. It ends up being cheaper over a year's time running Amsol than it is petroleum oils.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And Amsol is available for pretty much any motorized vehicle, anything from lawn equipment, cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yep. And a lot of people phone me up and say, well, what's the benefit of our gear loop? Exactly what I told you about the engine oil. It pours in cold weather, it runs cooler, makes the equipment last longer. And they say, well, what's the benefit of the small engine? Same thing. Makes the engine run cooler, last longer, better performance. So it saves on all the applications that Amsol has available.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, let's talk now. Hopefully this has convinced people to think about maybe joining us in the Amsol experience. Let's talk about some of the discounts and free shipping and how that all happens. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen. And yeah, by all means, if you want to talk people through how this preferred customer program works.
Amsol has a number of different programs. One of our main ones is a catalog customer, where somebody can order directly out of our catalog. If they order out of the catalog, they order $100 worth, Amsol will ship it right to their house. But our best program is our preferred customer. For only $10 for 6 months, you become a preferred customer, you save 25% on all the product. You order $100 worth, they're going to give you free shipping. You don't have to order a whole case. You can mix and match. Say you want 4 bottles of small engine, 7 bottles of 5W30, and a couple of gear loops. You can mix and match. You can order 1 bottle at a time if you want. There's no minimums, no maximums. By being a preferred customer, you save over 25% on all the products you're going to buy. Amsol sends you extra gifts, a $5 gift certificate on your birthday, $5 when you renew your account and stuff like that. So it's a good way to save on some of the products you want to buy.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's an incredible value. And this is the deepest level of discount that anyone can get when ordering Amsol. Is that correct?
It is. It is.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's take people through the step-by-step experience of placing an Amsol order. Then that would include signing up for the preferred customer discount, preferred customer program, so they can receive those deepest levels of discount. So let's go to the website. This is what the website's going to look like. These are some screenshots. Once you go to amsoil.com, there's a link in the description, or you can just type that into a browser, amsoil.com. This is the page you land on. At the upper corner of the page there, you see how I've circled in red. That is the link to click, the Join Now link. That will take you to the Preferred Customer Program page, where you can take advantage of all of these discounts and free shipping and everything that we've just been talking about. This is what that page looks like. In the lower right, you're going to click Join Now. This will pop up. You select the duration you'd like, whether it's 6 months or 12 months, and click Add to Cart. Now, once this pop-up goes away, you'll be back on the main page. And the upper left, you'll see where I've got that red arrow. It says Shop. Now you can start shopping for products, and on your very first order, you're going to get these discounts and the free shipping as long as it's over $100. You'll get all of these benefits right away. So once you click Shop, it's going to take you to the product page. There's different types of oils, lubricants, so on and so forth. For the benefit of this exercise we're doing now, I'm just going to click motor oil. It shows different types of motor oil. Let's click gasoline. Now this takes us to an item. It's their synthetic motor oil. And you can see the item there, and there's choices for different viscosities. But take a look at the price. Let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in. But if you've joined the preferred customer program first, you're going to automatically get the deepest levels of discount. That's what we're looking at here. You're saving $3.80 on that quart of oil. Instead of paying $16.29, you're now paying $12.49 for that quart of oil. That is the deepest level of discount you can possibly get. And then you just add the quantity that you'd like. You select any other items that you're thinking about, add them to the cart. And once you click Add to Cart for the final time, you're going to see this come up at the top of the screen. It's going to show your items and your the total that you're at so far. Pardon me. And then you just click View Cart in the upper right, and that'll take you to your cart. Take a close look here at the upper right. That blue box shows that you're getting free shipping. You're eligible for free shipping on this order because it's over $100. That little yellow box shows that you've got the preferred customer membership on your order that gives you the deepest levels of discounts for the next 6 to 12 months. And then below that, you've got the items that have been selected. For the exercise here, I selected 9 quarts of the signature series, but that brings us up over $100 for the free shipping. We're saving $34.20. And if you're ready to finish, you click Checkout Now, and that takes you to this screen here. If you haven't signed up with an Amsol account at this point, just click in the lower right to create an account, create a new account. It's going to ask you for some basic information, name and those types of things. Now let's take a closer look. You'll see this gray shaded box. This is a very important box. This is going to ask you if someone has referred you to Amsol. And if so, please enter my name. My name is Mike LaPierre. It's spelled right there on the screen for the correct spelling. And also the referral number, 304-555-94. That's how you make sure that Rob and I get credit for this. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I have signed up for AMSOIL under Rob. So when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. So if you enjoy these podcasts that we're doing, this is a wonderful way to support the podcast, because when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit, and the commissions I make go directly toward offsetting the cost of doing these podcasts. So I thank you in advance for that, for using my referral number. I very much appreciate it. And once you've done that, you just go into the next screen to enter your payment information, and you're done. Now, once you've placed your order that's over $100, and that order includes your AMSOIL Preferred Customer Program, you are now eligible to get a free DVD from myself. Now, this is going to be either a muscle car DVD or a vintage snowmobile DVD. Use the email address on the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know which DVD you would like me to send you, the muscle car or the vintage snowmobile DVD, and I'll get that right out to you. As you're typing in that email, in the subject line, be sure and type in capital letters, free DVD requests, so it stands out as I'm checking my email, and we'll get that right out to you. So I guess the last thing, Rob, that we wanted to talk about is if someone is considering AMSOIL as a business opportunity.
Yes. If anybody has a retail or a commercial account and they would like to buy directly from AMSOIL, just send Mike a line. He'll show you how to set up, and you can buy directly from AMSOIL. But if you are interested in starting your own part-time business, a part-time business that can grow into a full-time income, Mike and I will show you the AMSOIL marketing plan. AMSOIL has a large selection of products that cover almost every application. So it doesn't matter if you're into snowmobile, boating, or ATVing, or hot rods. We have an oil for every application. It's a fun type business that's I really enjoy doing. Where else can I go and have fun and make money doing it? And Mike and I are here to help you all the way along. If you need any help on how to promote or to find new accounts, we're here to help you.
For sure. So when you sign up under that number, this 304-555-94, you're getting Rob and I as a team. Now, Rob has been doing AMSOIL for 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So he knows every aspect of this business, and he knows all of the ins and outs of the products. So he'll be able to help you with any kind of product questions or any kind of questions to show you the different business models that you can do with AMSOIL. And then the other thing that you get when you sign up under me is I've got a strong background in social media. So if you need some coaching on how to generate AMSOIL leads using Facebook and YouTube, I'm happy to coach you with that when you sign up under Rob and I. You get both of us as a team to help you, to coach you, to support you, whatever you need to get you off and running with this business and having fun with it. Like Rob said, it's an enormous amount of fun. If you're like Rob and I and you enjoy going to any kind of boat shows, car shows, motorcycle shows, snowmobile shows, anything with a motor, you like going to those shows, those events, those races, this is a great way to turn that into a income opportunity for you.
Yes. And just by wearing my AMSOIL hat at one of these events, people come up and ask me about AMSOIL. People don't know where to buy it, and I'm there to help them, show them where they can buy the product.
Perfect. Well, cool. Well, this is great. Any final thoughts, Rob, before we wrap it up?
AMSOIL's a fun business. AMSOIL's been around since 1968. It was the first synthetic oil to be AI approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's very early in the game too, isn't it?
Yes.
For sure. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Hopefully, we've gotten you excited as we are about the AMSOIL products. We'd love it if you could join us either as someone who uses the AMSOIL products or to join the AMSOIL team as a business opportunity. And we thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.
You have a good day.